Everybody, welcome to New York City. Today's video is about forgotten exercises or exercises that people might not be doing as much, which I think you should be doing, because variety will create muscle confusion, will create gains. With that said, let's get rolling. So the first one is the zercher squat, named after a evil-minded strongman named zercher. So regular squat stance, you grab the bar like this and you squat down, really forcing the proper squat form. You will be having a very hard time leaning forward. If you use heavier weights, obviously wrap some towels so you don't want bruises. His cousin would be the zercher deadlift. So there we'll be going here, same idea, but a closer stand, and then just perform a deadlift, just like so. It's a very different feeling from the regular deadlift. You obviously can't go as heavy, but it's worth tinkering with it. A great lat finisher, since I have this set up, is the inverted row, or also known as the fat man pull-up. Gripping just about here, squeeze the lats, squeeze tight on the top. Just make sure you get a great contraction. For the shoulders, there is the Bradford press, which requires some flexibility because you're basically shifting the weight back and forth. You can't go all that heavy, but caramba, talking and taping is tough. But you get a really nice shoulder development in terms of roundness. So one way to play with it is you start with Bradfords, then you could be doing regular presses, and as you fatigue, add in some push presses. Great set. Speaking of pressing, I need a sip of water. All this chatting surely made me thirsty. My eyes, the goggles, they do nothing. All right. This isn't really a new exercise, but the quote-unquote elevator bench is a fantastic tool. So this also works with leg press, by the way, squats. Pull over, engage the lats, come down, quarter rep, back down, half rep, full rep, no lockout. That's one rep. Quarter, half, full. Fantastic exercise for the chest. Constant tension is given. You noticed I didn't lock out because you don't need to. Locking out puts all the strain on the joint and not on the muscle. This one I got from the mountain dog himself, John Meadows. So TBar row, but you would be starting here at a more disadvantaged angle, and then as you fatigue, you switch back to a regular row, using more of the lat insertion. Also a very good one. Then we have some fun over here. Just starting with the chest. So this is not the best chest exercise there is, the squeeze press. We don't have hex dumbbells which lend themselves a bit better So you squeeze them together, hence the name, squeeze press. Constant tension. With the round ones like here, you have to pay attention so they don't snap and crush your finger, because then that would be very unmanly if you're whimpering. But you can see how my pecs are working. So the squeeze press definitely should be in your repertoire. Shoulders, Ahrens press. So in the Ahrens press, the dumbbells move outward as opposed to straight up. Move like so. Also a great primer for heavy workout. Since I have this, Vpulls. Vpulls are sort of the, shall we say, upright row for smart people, for media delts. From here, pulling up and out without shrugging up, keep a nice even motion. Now, what everybody wants to really know, biceps. So let's do the Zotman curl. Regular curl up, lower in a reverse. Regular, lower in a reverse. So I have long forearms, so I'm not very good at reverse curling, but I can get the benefits of the negative by doing the Zotmans. Also for arms, kickbacks. People always do them like this. That's wrong. You can do just standing a little bit like so and just move into a contracted position. Another thing I learned from Charles Poliquin, was once in a while it pays to curl with a small barbell. So I'm setting up, sort of a preacher curl, but I have to work so much harder to get the dumbbell stable, the barbell, that makes for a nice change up. And lastly, we have cobras. Those I got from Victor Martinez. At least I review my sources. I don't say, oh, I invented this. Actually, I had a guy once on Facebook. He wrote me that he invented the Zotman curls. And I said, dude, you're stealing from a dead guy. That is so awful. I mean, that's like straight hell. So the cobras, as a lat finisher, you'll be starting here. No higher than this. And as you fatigue, you bring the palms toward you and you're pulling straight into it. So there you have some new ideas, and hope they're helpful. All right, guys? See you tomorrow for legs.